Hello, this is Level With Me. This is my show where I play through games and talk about the level design in them. And today we are doing a different game from last week. Last week we did Return of the Obra Dinn, and the weeks before we were playing through Thief 1. And Thief 1 was kind of this really big, long, epic game. So that's why I thought I would try changing things around and maybe doing some small short games for a while. So last week we did Return of the Obra Dinn, and that was about like the first hour of it. And now we are going to do the maybe first hour of The Light Keeps Us Safe. And The Light Keeps Us Safe is by indie studio called Big Robot, and they specialize a lot in systemic kind of immersive sim style games, and they're mostly just obsessed with this game called Stalker, if you're familiar with Stalker. And they're just like kind of, I feel like they're just remaking aspects of Stalker, which isn't a bad way to go, by the way. I think that's a beautiful thing to do. So The Light Keeps Us Safe is again in this Stalker-ish design vein, but it's a different aspect of Stalker than their other games. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna go ahead and start a new game. I was playing this a few weeks ago, I think, so I'll just start a new game. It's not a big deal. So this game is in early access right now, so it's not super like polished or anything, and a lot of the game they just go ahead and describe everything via these like text pop-ups and stuff. So it's not super. I imagine in the full version it's gonna have like fully voice acted whatever or something. So this is just telling us to hit F and R. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so I can walk around. Already this is a pretty different aesthetic from Big Robot's previous games, where usually they're kind of more cartoony or painterly. In this one, the proportions of everything still feel kind of cartoony, but the surface of the treatment of materials and textures feels very different. It's much more realistic as before. So this is probably the most stalkerish feeling game they've made so far, that they're in the process of making. So right now, here's a little bit of environmental storytelling. We just woke up in this concrete bunker-like structure, and we have just eaten the last of our weird little crackers or whatever that is, and we've been sleeping on this disgusting soiled mattress. So now it's time to go out in the world. Too real, sleeping on a soiled mattress in a concrete bunker. Most of this stuff you can see is decor. There's nothing for me to pick up or anything. Oh, I do have a bottle though. Can throw bottles. That was pointless though, sorry. Let's not do that. Let's just walk around and explore some of this bunker though. So already they have chords in games. I think are super interesting. I could probably write a whole article about the history of like cabling and chords especially in first-person games. Outside of first-person games, you wouldn't really see that many. I mean, in third-person games, which arguably might be the same as a first-person game, you only see these in games where you're like navigating a character and you can actually inspect little meaningless details like this. So when you see chords like this, they're usually not they're usually handmade, especially this one I think looks handmade, pretty handmade to me. So that means someone had to go into their modeling program and model each of these. If you've played Gone Home, you should play Gone Home, and you'll notice that every lamp in Gone Home also has an electrical cord. And chords in games usually aren't functional because that would mean you have to physically simulate the cord wrapping around. Although I've been playing that Red Dead Redemption cowboy game recently, and that one has like a lot of physically simulated cords. Also, Uncharted games have really good cord and cable systems. But for the most part, usually you're just going into Maya and extruding along a curve or something, and that's how you make a curve. Or in Unity or Unreal, you might even define a spline within the game editor, and then the game engine will automatically generate the cable for you. And that's becoming more and more accepted as we try to systematize cables more and make them less of a meaningless decoration and make them more of like an actual interactive part of the game. But you can see this one, when I throw, oh, that doesn't even have collision on it. It looks like the bottle just vanishes. Early access, it's okay, cut them some slack.
You are lucky, in a way. You got to hide down there for so long. But now you have to deal with it all alone.
And now we're getting some lovely audio diary voiceover stuff.
But you do.
Here we see some lovely pipes. Ooh, these are some very shiny, nice pipes here. Pipes, I'm pretty sure I've gone on rants about pipes in the past, about how pipes in games are kind of this cheat where they're not crates, but they're also these things we put in to fill in a space often. And pipes feel good to us because they're very round, they have a lot of polys in them, and when you put a bunch of pipes in a room, they kind of break up the room a little bit. If you're looking around the structure of this room, oh, it's a little bit dark in the stream, sorry, but you might be able to notice that a lot of this is kind of like a lot of angular 90-degree modules everywhere. Pipes help break that up because we expect pipes to be modular, so the fact that pipes fit into this like template tile set isn't so like distracting to us. But also there are these round shapes to contrast with a lot of straight angular shapes that we use in games. So that's one reason why you might see a lot of pipes in games, and why games might purposely set their game worlds within these bunkers and concrete ruined worlds, anywhere where there's an excuse to put pipes. Let's keep going. I like these garbage decals too. Oh, is that a toilet? Very nice toilet. If you follow my work, you know I'm a big video game bathroom and toilet connoisseur, and this toilet, well, it does not look American. This toilet looks very un-American. So it looks very strange like that. But the porcelain, the good shader on that. They're really leaning into the PBR, physically based aesthetic with this one, I think. Pogo in the chat mentions these pipes are going into the concrete. That's a very astute observation. This is a pretty old school way of doing pipes too. Having pipes just jut out of the wall and then go into the floor. That's something you see more in like Quake 1 or Quake 2 or Half-Life, where we didn't have the polygon budget to actually build out a complicated pipe system, but gosh darn it, we still wanted some pipes in there. So there's the pipes. Keep in mind that this game is in early access and it's also procedurally generated, although I don't think this section is procedurally generated. All this strikes me as very hand-placed. And that's also a very interesting thing that I could also write another essay on, the politics of whether something seems procedurally generated or whether something seems handcrafted by human hands. That's also... Ooh, there's a red light here. But it looks like there's nothing, just these strange machines here, machine-looking things. Not a big fan of this material here. This material looks like, I don't know, it's a little bit too substancy. The scratches look a little bit too like regular and all these weird 90-degree angles, or the compression is just not looking good on this. I would maybe redo the substance settings for this. It looks a little bit strange. But the rest of the materials seem to be working out okay. Let's keep going. A lot of cardboard boxes too. I think they're leaning a little bit too much on cardboard boxes. I don't know what else you could do though. Oh, and they're physicsy. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. A little bit too much reliance on the video game cardboard box. A little bit. The game that probably did the best cardboard boxes and revolutionized the history of the video game cardboard box was probably Half-Life 2, where when you destroyed cardboard boxes in Half-Life 2, or a select few cardboard boxes in Half-Life 2, they would actually unfold and ragdoll. Those were the most technically complicated cardboard boxes seen in video games up to that point. 2004, a banner year for cardboard boxes. But yeah, at least they're not these weird wooden crates on these weird barrels. Well, I keep coming back to this. I'm sorry. I'll try to start playing the game. I'm sorry. I think I've spent literally like 10 minutes talking about boxes and tunnels. This is basically a sewer level without any water, which actually might hint maybe put some flooded water, put some puddles in here. That would look kind of nice here. The shininess on these metal little braces on the wood post are really strange. When I was coming up from here, I thought this was a light fixture because the metallic cube map on this was just so bright. So it was just so like, yeah, it looked really strange from far away. So I feel like I would redo the cube maps for this corridor as well. But again, these are just nitpick kind of things. When you're working in early access, you should ignore weird nitpickers like me and work on what's more important in the game. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this. So this is a very common thing that we see a lot in level design. This is actually giving me Portal 2 vibes, where we're walking in a small, narrow tunnel, and then the narrow tunnel opens up into this big room. And to get that big room feeling really, really big, you start and have the player crawl through this small, narrow, claustrophobic thing, and then that dynamic contrast helps that big room feel that much bigger. Especially here, we get this lovely effect with a really bright floodlight. Floodlights, I feel, are often overused in a lot of games, especially these days, because floodlights give you really strong shadow contrast, and the floodlight helps you show off your dynamic cascading shadow effect that you've put into your game, or that's part of your game engine. So that's why a lot of games, especially since maybe 2004, 2003, when dynamic shadows started being a thing, started using a lot more floodlights. You get that really nice, crisp shadow contrast. Over there, I feel like this room just feels a little bit boxy, though. I feel like it's literally a box. No, looks like there's a little bit of geometry going on up there. Again, I apologize. I maybe should turn the gamma up a little bit on the stream, but... Or you can turn up your monitor gamma to compensate. Ooh, this is really nice too. Okay, so I really like these catwalks and how the catwalks are subtly curving and snaking around. I think the temptation here would have been to make the catwalk just go straight across this giant cavernous room, and especially if you're in early access or just working on it, you wouldn't want to make this meandering path a little bit, because that means you have to go in and like a level designer has to rotate each of these catwalk modules. Here you can see where the seams of this are, especially here. Like you can see literally how this catwalk module tile is interfering with this one, but I still appreciate the effort here about how it's not just this straight on path, but how it's more like we're on this warped catwalk. Like it's almost maybe rickety or rusty, or it hasn't seen much use, or it feels more dangerous and precarious this way. I also like the catwalk design here where it's being supported by these posts. I'm sorry I can't no-clip and fly around so you can see it, but there are these plates in the middle of the catwalk, or near the ends of the catwalk, that I'm enjoying here. It's not just straight up chain link the whole time. You have some contrast with the floor there. Anyway, good catwalk. I'm a fan of this catwalk. I think what I would do here maybe is maybe have some posts on the catwalk and then dangle some more cords and wires between the posts along this catwalk to create more of that flowy leading line effect. Oh, here, the cliff rock texture, the normal map really shines really nicely here, where the detail, if I look at it at a grazing angle, you're gonna see it's pretty low polygon right here, but from a distance, if I'm looking at it face on, the normal map or parallax map or whatever is doing a lot of work there, and it's really crisp, really nice work on that material. Let's keep going here. So we're still in tutorial mode because this is like the first level. This is technically still like the first 2 minutes of the game, but I'm just a weirdo who looks at floors for 10 minutes. So let's do this tutorial right here. Oops, I just threw a bottle at it. I have to hold down F. I forgot. If I hold down F, now the creepy little flames go away, and there's also a big color change from red to purple. This is a pretty key tutorial where we're gonna see this kind of device a lot. Oh, the next room is dangerous. Ooh, and to help reinforce the danger of this room, here is the typical video game device, the dead body. Oh my god. Really nice body bag sculpt here, actually. Really nice crinkles and folds. It really does look like a creepy, weird dead body underneath. The body does feel very small though, compared to the scaling of the player model. Here I'm looking down at my own body. Oh, I have this gas can attached to me. That's kind of cool. Here it looks like these were almost maybe like children or something, or much smaller people at any rate, which, you know, is a valid thing to do for a game, but I feel like this wasn't really the intention here. So I would scale up these bodies to be bigger. It feels a little bit odd to me. I do like though that these body bags are low to the ground, which help me reinforce that if I want to inspect these details, I have to crouch down, and that's what the whole tip, that's what that gameplay tip a minute ago was about, crouching down. So it's kind of cool that the environment details they introduce here also necessitate crouching down as well. I still don't know what this danger
You're running
was.
out of
Oh my
food
god.
if you haven't run out already. You're going to have to go outside. You should have gone into the light like the rest of us.
Should have gone into the light. So here's a pretty scary laser machine. Do I die if I walk into it? Oh, ouch. Yeah, that hurts. Although you see in the upper left, I didn't actually lose that much life, but that feedback of getting grazed by that laser was really loud and really jarring. So it helps that feel much more dangerous than it actually was. So that's a nice game feel thing they did. This also makes me feel some kind of callback to other red laser trip mine moments in video games. Most famously in Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, they have definitive things like that. Let's see. Just gonna keep dodging underneath these red lasers. Yeah, I like these machines, seem alright.
There'll be something useful around,
They're just
of course.
generic, weird turbine things.
I think we left a few things behind.
I think if they wanted it to feel a little bit less prefab-y, they should maybe build out some of the floor more. Like, I think I would also have wrapped these turbine machines in maybe some caution stripes on the ground, or some... I mean, that's a cliche in itself, but it's a useful cliche. Or I would also wrap it around in railings. It just looks like these machines were just plopped on the ground, which they were. It would help if the structure of the room reflected the design and footprint of these machines better. But still, like, nice set dressing. It's not bad at all, I think. Let's keep going this way. Pass through this big vault room. Nice, very handsome vault door here, but still suffering a little bit from the substance material kind of stuff. I think I would try to make it a little bit more subtle. I don't know. Oh, and then over here we see the main weapon of this game.
We'll be able to use that device for a bunch
Flashlight.
of things, but it looks like it needs work.
Yeah, I think we have to charge it. I think we go here and charge it. So the main concept of this game is that it's a lot of light-based gameplay, so this is clearly a callback to Thief and other light-based stealth games. But here, this game will use light in a different way, where there's no like light gem or anything, but instead we're using light in a different way, specifically to blind people. We'll be blinding robots later in the game. Oh, this is the upgrade station, I believe, where we need to come back. Currently we have 0 components. We need 60, so we'll come back later, and that's kind of the core gameplay loop here, where we're going to keep repeating over and over and over. We'll go out on missions, get components, then come back, upgrade this, and then that'll unlock another chapter, another biome, and we keep repeating it. That's the main loop of this game. Oh, there's our caution stripes. I missed you, caution stripes. And the question, Quantum Dot asks, if you use stuff from the Unity Asset Store, do they usually give you the raw substance file, or are there usually texture settings, or is it usually baked out or exported? Yeah, that depends totally on the package you got. I believe Unity actually phased out some of their built-in substance support, which is kind of a shame. Is there anything over here? No, just another soiled mattress, as you do. Sometimes some packages will give you the source file, but more often than not, it'll often be kind of like baked out textures or something.
We knew something was wrong. Something wrong with the machines. But at first we couldn't see them. By the time we figured
I
this
thought she was
out,
done. Sorry.
it was too late. We had to go into the light.
So this is kind of the main hub of the game, and it's really well done. I'm a pretty big fan of this hub design, where it's just this big concrete cavern with all these different lights, and it's a nice setup where we're going through all these small, low ceiling tunnels that come into here. You will need to get this mysterious dead device back online somehow. Return when you have the right kind of fuel. I guess we don't have the right kind of fuel. We'll come back later for it, I guess. But this looks like some kind of portal device. I love the design of this, too. It reminds me of some of the better Destiny stuff. Some of the weirder places in Destiny or Destiny 2, where it becomes a more abstract geometric style, kind of like this. That's what this reminds me of. Really nice work here. But it's also worth noting that this kind of like set piece or hero set piece can only pop if the rest of the level is comparatively boring in response, right? Notice all of this is just a very generic kind of looking concrete, where it feels a bit rote, and it's like kind of bevelly, chunky stuff, and that's okay. But then you have something like this, and you're like, oh my god, wow, that looks great. Let's keep walking around. I also love the epic scale of this. Before we were walking in those very small tunnels where it was only wide enough for 1 or 2 people to go through, and now we're walking into basically a cathedral where you can just see how wide this concrete stairwell is. It almost feels like it wasn't built for humans, right? It was built for like some kind of giant deity or god or something. Although the footsteps are still at humanoid scale, I guess. guess. I think we're supposed to go towards those bright red things, so I won't explore too much of this hub, but you know, if you pick up this game for yourself, you'll see what this hub is all about.
Shine a light on those things. It'll keep their heads down.
Oh, that's a charging unit, right? Shine the light on what things? Oh, to get over there to that red thing, I have to walk over here. This is where the floor plan of the tutorial level is a little bit convoluted, I think. Where it was strange that I couldn't walk up from that stairwell. Like, I walked down here, and now it's really hard for me. I had to, like, snake back all around and go on this catwalk. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but they did it. I'm just gonna shine these flashlights on these. They don't like the light. Also, hint, this game is called The Light Keeps Us Safe. So this is the genre of game design where the tutorial is in the game title. Oh, and here's another nice tutorial moment. They hide this boopy machine behind this wall, and I think most players would just rush past it and then they would get zapped like I just got. So that's kind of a level designery trick a little bit, where they're saying, haha, got you there. I hid this little zappy thing behind this wall. Didn't expect that, did you? Ooh, I love it when game consoles tell me what they're doing. I love it when the engine is like listing all these like, you know, like reticulating splines and stuff. Even if it's made up, I don't care. I want to hear about it. But that'll probably go away just because it's early access right now. Okay, so now we head out into the world proper. And this game is probably best when you're first playing it. Like, I have to admit, after the first hour or two and you've internalized all the AI's limitations, the game becomes much less interesting. It's the same way with every stealth game, right? Because suddenly you know how you can dodge that AI, and then you can just know its weaknesses and how fast it turns around and stuff. So this game does a cool thing where it introduces new enemy types, but still, the first hour of this game is probably
There's nothing left.
the best, I'd say. Does anyone remember what the tutorial was telling me? It was saying hold down Alt.
I've got to go for a while.
I don't remember the keys. I wasn't actually reading that, though. I was just kind of playing through it. Oh, hi! One of the developers of this game is here. Hello, Jin Rossignol. Isn't it too late for your bedtime? Shouldn't you be in bed or something? It's okay. Okay, so we're just walking around. So first of all, I really love this landscape here, and I'm not just saying that because one of the designers is here in this chat room right now. I'm saying that because, first of all, like just the sight lines here feel really great to me. That you can see really far off into the distance, and that's always like a really nice feeling. That's why open world games are kind of enjoying a lot of dominance right now, because presenting a huge scale of the world tells the gamer, player, consumer, I guess, look at all this content that is waiting for you out there to consume. One nice note about this game, though, is that they are procedurally generating all these outdoor environments. So the fact that this is procedurally generated is really, really impressive. One clever thing they're doing, though, is this game is also based around hiding everything in shadow. So if there are any glitches with procedural generation, they just get hidden away in the shadows, and then you don't really notice them. So this is where one design decision helps supplement and support another design decision. It's pretty nice. Let's keep going around here. They're really leaning into the God Ray aesthetic too. All the volumetric lights everywhere are pretty great. Uh-oh, those are zappy things. I'm not gonna go near those zap boys. Okay, maybe I'll walk over here then instead. So I'm just gonna roam around. I think most typical players, when they're first... Ooh, I'm like walking this weird swamp. It's a very British game. I think most typical players wouldn't really know what to do or how to find their way. So I'll just kind of play. I actually kind of know how to navigate these because I've been playing this. I played this a few weeks ago, but I'll just pretend I'm a new player. Well, they'll just be wandering around towards these red things. I forgot what key shows you power, like nearby items and stuff. So if someone could remind me, that would be cool. But here we see this. I think most players, they'll see this red NPC and they'll be like, oh god, ouch. Okay. Ow, ow. I'm gonna run away. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it would be hitting me from so far away. Oh yeah, right. Hold down F to get items. Let's go search. Let's go scrounge up some items in this garbage can. I got a bottle. That's good. Bottles will be really useful to distract this robot thing, so maybe I should try that. Then, can anyone remind me how to use bandages too? I forgot the control for that because I'm pretty low on health. But yeah, this game does feel a lot like Big Robot's prior game. Oh, did it see me? No, it didn't see me. Called Sir, You Are Being Hunted, where it's also this big procedurally generated, moody landscape with a lot of tree lines everywhere. Oh, F2 is bandages? Okay, thank you. So here, oh my god, it saw me again? Ow, god. So a lot of this game is about internalizing when you're safe and when you're not safe. I feel like before it wasn't like that. I feel like it was more forgiving. Maybe they tuned it to be harder. But I remember when I was first playing this, I was like, okay, I just learned that robots can be blinded, so I'm gonna blind this robot with my flashlight. And blinding them does not really work like that. But what does work is running up and pulling their switch, and then you can shut down these sentry posts. Because the delay in between their zaps is just long enough for you to run in there and pull the power switch on them. And all you have to do is sacrifice a little bit of health, so it's not too bad. But if you're a savvier player than what I was just doing, you'd also use the bottle to distract them. So let's collect some more resources and try using the bottle more in the future. Literally going into the garbage bag. I love it. Let's keep going down there, scrounging for more items. Getting more bottles. A lot of bottles. Does Britain not recycle or something? Come on. I mean, okay, so I'm pretty sure the story of this game is this is like a post-Brexit England where everything has just totally gone wrong, and now the whole recycling industry has collapsed as well, so that's why you can find unrecycled bottles everywhere. Oh, I just heard a little boopy robot beep somewhere. What was that? Oh well, I don't hear it now. I need more bandages. Let's get some more bandages, maybe. Okay, no, that wasn't a bandage. Mr. Video Game. Oh my god, there's a drone! Okay, that's bad. Let's run away. So you can hold down shift to sprint, which is really useful sometimes. Oh my god. Why is it following me? Okay, I have to run to the light, I guess. And then it won't see me? No, maybe I lost it. Jeez, that little robot drone just snuck up on me. The sound design in this game is really nice, though. I'm a big fan of the sounds here. I'll have to get past these Zap boys. I think I'm okay, though. Maybe I'll try going to that glowing blue. No, that was the bunker I was in already. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, loving that volumetric lighting. Look at those god rays. Look at that. Look at it. Just gonna go in the forest and avoid that drone. Maybe I should avoid the main roads or something. Oh, there's some water. Any supplies around here? Oh my god, what the heck is that? What the hell is that? Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my god, that wasn't good. I don't even know what that was. What the heck was that? Oh my god. Is that what's supposed to keep me out of the water? If I go too deep into the water, that giant robot's gonna eat me? I don't know. I don't know what that meant. Oh my god. So that was some good stalker-ish moments where it's just something really weird and inexplicable happens and you're not really sure how to interpret it. Both from a story oh, there's a fence here. Both from a story perspective where it's like, okay, was that like a robot or an enemy I was supposed to dodge? But it's also from a gameplay perspective where it's like, I'm not sure what the video game was even trying to communicate to me. Oh, this is a very stalkerish place. Look at this. Overgrown gas station. I'm into it. Anything to search though? Man, this game is brutal. There are no supplies inside this lighted structure, abandoned structure. Can you believe that? Really brutal. Thanks, ProcGen. Okay, here's something here. I really need a bandage though. These bottles aren't really helping me. I wish there was a higher probability of getting stuff in these ruined cars as well. I've been playing another open world survival game called oh shit, I don't even remember what it's called now. I'm totally blanking out. It's that snow game where you get really cold and die all the time. I still need to do a video about that one. But in that game, searching through cars is really reliable to get you good stuff. So I kind of do wish this game was a little bit more reliable and a little bit less brutal to me, and a little bit more generous with the loot. The Long Dark, that's the game I was talking about. Thank you. So one general tip for this game that you're not really supposed to maybe discover until later is that if you're ever lost and you're not sure where to go, you should follow these little wisps in the sky. And that's a signature big robot device, or in other games too, where you just follow the wisps and the wisps will lead you where you need to go. So I'm just gonna keep going this way. And there you can see where the wisps are gathering over there. Before we enter that compound, let's look at some of the environment assets around here. I'm just gonna turn on my flashlight a little bit. Let's scope these out. So, yeah, nice railing. Typical kind of railing. Oh, let's search here for some garbage. Nice tree assets. Another good reason why you might set your game outdoors is that you have just make 2 or 3 tree assets, or download 2 or 3 tree assets, and then just keep placing these trees and rotating them, and then they're like brand new trees, and you can just reuse the same limited few trees you want all the time. They should rotate this tree bush though. It looks like the repetition on that's a little bit too much, but that's okay, right? That's still like nitpicking. Most players wouldn't have noticed something like that. but you can just reuse the same trees over and over, and that actually helps you a lot with your GPU and graphics budget, because that means you can batch those models together, and you can also instance them, because it's technically the same model using the same material, so that helps you save on frames per second a lot. Alright, let's progress through here. I love the skybox too. It's kind of old school. You don't see people do skyboxes like this anymore, where it feels it's like Quake 3 or Half-Life 2 era almost, where the cloud, it's like a matte painting of different clouds put on there. These days you open a default Unreal Engine 4 project, and you can't get painted on clouds. The sky dome is already rotating around just by default. So it's really nice to have these more painterly kind of clouds. It feels a little bit throwback. Probably when you leave early access, you'll want to have like moving fancy clouds. Oh wait, are they moving? Oh wait, no, the clouds are moving, I think. But some clouds are moving and some aren't? Oh, it's so subtle, I barely even noticed, actually. Wow, that's super subtle. Usually, for a video game, you tune the clouds to move pretty fast, unusually fast, just so the player can grok, oh, those clouds are moving, that's cool, I'm getting my money's worth. So if you've played first-person stealth games before, like Thief and stuff, you usually know you should not enter through the front door. But this is not Thief, so let's enter through this brightly lit front door, and it's okay, there's no real consequences. Or you could have sneaked around here a little bit. Oh, actually, let's go in this tunnel. Maybe there's some nice supplies up here. Go up in here. Any supplies in here? No, it's just an empty stalker-ish room. Oh, the railings feel a little bit high. I would bring down the height of these railings. Nope, nothing in there. Oh well. The lightning sounds are really loud for how far away I am from them. I feel like I'd tune the attenuation on them a bit better. Oh, here's a little sparkly wisp thing. Let's grab the wisp, or the moat. Sorry, it's a moat. We should use the proper words here. Oh, those are bad wisps. Ow, ow. Okay, I'm gonna die soon, I think. I'm about to die. I think I died. Okay, so that's a little bit confusing. Like, oh, these wisps are your friend. Oh, those wisps, they're bad. Those are the bad wisps. Those are the ones that'll kill you. Well, we just learned something. That's okay. Not every sparkly thing is your friend. Oh man, I have to restart all the way back to where I was? Oof, okay.
They've ruined this place. Look. There's nothing left.
Okay, well, let's just kind of rush back to where we were, I guess. What direction is that? Okay, yeah, we should follow...
I've got to go for a while.
That wisp around over there. And let's maybe do a better job of foraging. I think if I had just found more bandages... I would have been okay, even though those were sneaky wisps, bad wisps. I wish I knew more reliably where I could find bandages. Uh-oh, I hear a little drone guy around here. Let's hide in here. Okay, we just got some parts. That's a good. Oh, and the game saved. Yay! I love the sound. I love the ticking sound the trip mines make. Oh yeah, this looks like something that holds bandages. Looks kind of like a medicine cabinet. Yeah, odd syrup. I'm into it. Oh shit. Go away. You have no power here. You have no power over me. Okay, I'm gonna run away now. Oh shit, is it following me still? Okay, go away. Oh shit, still following me. Okay, I'm gonna go hide in the light, I think. Because remember, the tutorial is in the game title. The light keeps us safe. So, keep me safe, light. Oh, ouch. Okay, that did not keep me safe at all. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Okay, good. I think I lost him. Okay, so remember, you'll remember in the bunker, it told us we had to find 60 of those parts. And if you look up there, I currently have 23. So I need to find 40 more parts. I need to find another glowy blue thingy. And if it's a glowy blue thingy, then I can get more parts. So let's look for glowy blue thingies. There's probably some in that important looking building over there. We also just learned that usually you'll get glowy blue things inside buildings, so it's also important in this game to find buildings. But I just learned also that when we see those bad wisps, we should avoid those bad wisps, so maybe I'm gonna go this way, over here. Oh, is there anything in here? No, there's nothing in there. Just a wheelbarrow and a soiled mattress, you know, as you do. Yeah, game dev is hard. It's okay. Early access, people. Early access. Okay, let's get this good boy, though. Should I run? I don't know if I want to keep walking this way, because that looks pretty scary and dangerous. And I don't want those mean wisps to come after me. It might be easier to go over around this way, actually. Let's try that. I'm also going to bandage up before I try to get past those wisps. Oh shit, did that guy see me? Oh shit, oh my god. Uh-oh. Let's throw some bottles and distract him. Not investigating the bottles. Go investigate those bottles, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna run over here now. Uh-oh, did he see me? Is that what that sound meant? Played a different sounding sound just now. Oh, let's search this dumpster for some food or something. Okay, let's keep going around here. Now the level design here, this is technically just a flat yard full of crates and containers. So it's not really the most interesting thing, but as long as everything is bathed in shadow, we're not really noticing or paying attention to that. So it's not actually so bad. But if this was in full broad daylight, I would probably be critiquing this a bit harder. Uh-oh, there's another robot. Okay, I'm gonna run in there. And, oh no, I can't get through here. Ow, okay. Where's the shut-off switch? Okay, here it is. Okay, cool, I got in. I'm just gonna duck underneath. I'm pretty sure the robots can't follow me inside, or at least I hope they can't. So I'm pretty sure I'm safe. Good thing opening cabinets doesn't trigger a trip mine. That would be pretty dangerous for me. Any goodies in here? No, doesn't seem like any. Let's keep investigating. Texturing and furniture is pretty cool. It reminds me, it's strong Stalker vibes, I'd say. Like, I'm pretty sure I've walked in a building that looks exactly like this in Stalker. Oh, people in the chat talking about the volumetric solution. Oh, because we have some of the devs from the game in here. It's HX volumetric lighting, in case you wanted to get the same asset for yourself in Unity. HX, is that the hitbox lighting asset? Because there's that one guy who works on Hitbox where he's basically just remaking all the rendering engines in Unity. So yeah, it is a pretty sweet lighting asset. Oh god, I'm having trouble getting up these stairs because I think I'm crouched. I don't have enough momentum to actually go up these stairs. I think I have to stand up. Maybe these stairs should just be like a flat ramp or something. I don't know. Oh, there's some blue stuff. We just learned blue stuff is good in this game. It's really hard. These stairs are really troublesome. Go grab this stuff. Got some goodies. We need one more blue boy, and then oh, what was that? What was that? Did it see me through here? Oh, is that what happened? I guess the raycast is kind of a little bit silly right now. How can it see me through the ceiling? Get some more supplies while we're here. Ooh, chocolates. Yes, please. I think we need to shut off that dude so that we can... Oh my god, another morbid corpse. Look at that. Oh my god. That's creepy. If we look outside, we can see there's another blue boy out there. And, oh, there's some wisps around that radio tower too. Oh no, there's a blue boy up there too. But in order to get to those blue boys, we're gonna have to turn off the sentry right here, the tower. So if we follow that giant glowing wire, as video games often have, we can see that the switch is down there. So maybe we need to make our way out there and then we can turn it off. Maybe I can jump out here? Or maybe I don't even have to turn off anything. Maybe I can just get the parts I need here. Right? Yeah, he doesn't see me. Oh cool, I have enough parts. But if you're playing this game, you should get all the parts while you're here. Just to save you some hassle later in the game, so... Let's try to find our way here. I think there was a ladder actually in here. I'm having trouble jumping back into the building though. Crouch jumping is hard. Oh, ouch. Okay, that didn't work out. Oh well, I guess I'll just turn him off now. Ow. Ow. There we go. Okay, we have to go back in, I believe. And then climb that ladder. Was over here. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, crouch jumping's kind of a weird thing to get right, because first you have to consider crouch jumping, the history of crouch jumping in video games. Get ready, people. Crouch jumping comes actually, I believe, from Super Mario 64, where you can crouch jump for a little bit of extra distance and height. So Gabe Newell in 1998, playing a lot of Super Mario 64, thinking, yeah, Half-Life 1 should have some crouch jumping. So then Half-Life 1 puts all this crouch jumping in there. And then of course, no one really knows how to crouch jump in games. So it's just really annoying actually that Half-Life 1 makes you do as much crouch jumping as it does. And then, I believe if you actually play the remake of Half-Life 1, Black Mesa Source, in the Source engine, there's a checkbox where you can have the game automatically crouch jump for you now. Because it's just agreed that I guess crouch jumping doesn't add that much to a game. I think it's kind of interesting still, but I would say it's not super on trend, if you get what I mean. Okay, I think we got all the treasure here. Now we have to make our way back in one piece, back to the bunker. And the best way to get back to the bunker... Is there falling damage in this game? I think there's falling damage in this game. I should, be careful. Oh, someone in the chat's mentioning Black Mesa made your normal jump height lower, so you have to crouch jump even more. Oh my god. And now Jim Rossignol is saying, we only included crouch jumping by accident, to be honest. Oh shit, he saw me. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I should just jump over here. Maybe I should just take the crouch jumping damage. Oh my god! He can't fly up, right? He's stuck on the ground. He can't hover upwards. Robots can't climb ladders, right? Where was that ladder I climbed up? Okay, let's just do this. Let's just be safe, responsible, OSHA compliant people. Should I go out the way I came? No, let's try a new way. I don't think I can crouch jump through this one though, because there's bars on this window. Okay. Sneak underneath, limbo underneath. I think that drone is stuck in the yard now. So he's kind of been staying there for a long time, but you know, it's my gain. Oh well. Uh-oh. Did he hear me or see me? Can robots hear things? I don't know. Might need to get... Oh shit, I don't have any bottles. Oh wait, I have 0 bottles, but I'm holding a bottle? That's a little bit weird. Oh my god, he saw me. He saw me. It's not working. It didn't work. Ow, 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 ow. I almost ran right into that electricity. Shit, okay, let's just run. Let's just run for it. Eat some Austrian chocolate to keep our stamina up. Okay, he can't follow me through here. so I think I'm safe. Good. Okay, I think now we just have to go on a merry jaunt back to our underground bunker. So let's try to find out where that was. I'm assuming if I follow where those good wisps are coming from, they originate from near the bunker. So I'll just follow where they're coming from. Ooh, actually let's walk through this gasworks yard. This is pretty neat. Ooh, are there ladders? Oh, can I climb up this? Yeah. Oh, that's a good boy. Nice. Oh, it's really hard. Okay, no, I can get down. Wait, how do I get down from this ladder? Uh-oh. Ladders in games, really hard. I thought I was holding down. Was I not supposed to hold down the down key? Uh-oh. That guy's there. Am I supposed to hold forward now? Okay, because I'm looking down, I should hold down forward. God, gas tanks in games are kind of the best because they're basically just cylinders, and then you just put all this shit on the outside of them, and then they look like these cool mechanical things. And then you can reuse your tiling metal texture to make them look like totally intentional and on purpose, instead of this weird kit bash. So you get to reuse your struts, you get to reuse your pipes, and you get to reuse your railings. Metal gas tanks, all in all, just a good move in general for your level design. Let's follow through here. Uh-oh, I hear some dudes. Is there a break in the fence, though? Looks like there's no break in this fence. Oh, here it is. I think this game is best when you're just walking through the forest and you're not really sure where you're going. Like, I'm not sure if other people have done this or do this, but like going out for a walk in the woods at night is like really an experience. And I think a lot of games don't usually do this because most games don't commit so much to truly darkness as much as this game. Where this game, it lets the dark thing be dark. Where I can't really see where I'm going a lot of the time. Whether I'm outside or whether I'm inside, it's just super, super dark. So that's what lets these like moonlit nighttime jaunts through the woods feel much better, I think, than other games where you play Far Cry, for example, and like Far Cry games, especially in recently, are just super way too bright. It's the school of AAA level design where everything has to be readable, everything has to be, oh, there's my shadow, that's kind of cool. Where everything has to be super readable, everything has to be intelligible to the player. You can't get lost or disoriented. But sometimes you should just, you know, let the player be, you know? This is kind of a scenic route. So this is also something interesting about games where I think if I was doing this in real life, I would feel like this was really eerie and spooky and feel like someone's out to get me. But because I'm in a video game and I don't hear any robots and I don't see any red light, I know that I'm actually safe. So this actually feels very safe to me. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is just a wall. Oops. What's over here? Oh no, this is just the edge of the terrain. Oops, sorry. Ooh, one nice thing this game does too is it doesn't put little breadcrumb power-up supplies everywhere. That's also a big tendency, especially in open world games, where they'll often do you might do like play tests with a bunch of players, and you might see where players go. And then when players end up exploring some dead end and then they're disappointed, you might make a mark to the level designer, hey, put something here so future players aren't disappointed. And then that means you just end up sanding out all the edges of your game. Sometimes it's important for you to explore a dead end and experience that disappointment, right? Because there shouldn't be a nice shiny piece of chocolate or a nice shiny gold piece everywhere you go. That's not how life works. Oh, in the chat, people are discussing Alan Wake as a potential inspiration to this game, but Jim is saying that they have not played Alan Wake, probably. But if you're interested in moonlit, creepy little walks through the woods, Alan Wake does sound like a good reference to look up. Oh god, now I'm just lost though. Can I go over here maybe? Maybe I should go back out to the road. It is super cool how there's just this forest and then there's no gameplay in this forest. The forest is just simply, you know, here. Uh-oh, I think this is a dead end. Oops. Oh, here's some robots. Okay. I think I'm back on track. Anything over here? Is this the right way? Oh, let's go towards that blue lamppost. I think I recognize that. I think that's the correct direction. Oh, I feel like the level design really didn't want me to go here. There's all these little zap boys everywhere. I guess because technically I just made a big U-turn. That was technically the wrong direction, so it makes sense that you'd put all these little shy little Pokemon groundhog robots there to kind of deter the player from going that direction and to point them more towards the correct direction, which was, I guess, basically forward through those lights towards where the wisps were going. Anyway, we're back near the bunker. Let's complete this little gameplay loop and see what's going on. Oh, that's way too shiny. But, you know, early access. Oh god, I need to get these dudes off my back. And then run into here. This is where the game flow is a little bit weird. I feel like I have to go back all the way back to that upgrade machine to upgrade my flashlight now. So it's a little bit weird that I have to backtrack. I feel like if this is a main hub room, it should have the workbench here and not all the way over here. I'm back. Oh, I thought this was a person. I don't know why I thought this was a person. Oh, I like how these little braces are rotated slightly off angle. That's kind of cool. Here, the default thing will have just been to make that strut meet the floor at a 90-degree angle, but it's cool when you rotate it like that. It makes it look more like off-kilter and more kind of like the previous games in this style, like the Tova game and all that. Okay, let's update this thing. And now we've upgraded with a charger beam. And when we use the charger beam, now we get this cool charging effect where we can shoot this beam to charge stuff. And I think we've been about an hour here, so I think we're probably gonna stop around here, but just as a spoiler, you know. Oh, used up all my good boys, all the good wisps I found, and sucked it into this wisp hose. But it didn't give me any feedback that any of those 2 wisps did anything. That's kind of sad. But yeah, if you're playing this game at home, you're gonna have to figure out what happens after you get this. You're gonna have to look somewhere in the hub and solve some environmental puzzles and figure out what to do with this charging kind of beam thing. But spoiler, you don't feed it into this hose, unfortunately. Anyway, that's all I'm probably gonna play of this game, probably, because I don't want to spoil it that much for you. Also, it is just kind of like in an early access thing, so you should also like reserve a lot of judgment. But I think this game is still, a lot of the foundation is there. It's still like pretty scary. I still thought I had seen a lot of this game, and then this scary monster comes out near the water? What the hell was that? But anyway, I hope you consider picking it up. Support your local indies, support your local mom and pop stores, and consider buying this and supporting its development. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and thanks to the Big Robot folks for joining us in the chat and responding to my annoying little nitpick criticisms. Next week we'll see if next week my 7-day FPS thing will finally be released, so I'll finally stop stalling and maybe I'll play some 7-day FPS stuff next week. But in the meantime, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day. See you later.